How many of you like the person you're working for? And if you're currently self-employed or unemployed, did you like the person that you used to work for? I know there are a ton of reasonable variables that impact our impressions of a person and our decision to either like, love, hate, or become naturally indifferent about the person we work for. For me, the biggest difference makers are the characteristics that differentiate between a person being a leader and having a manager or a boss. In this video, we'll discuss the differences between a leader, a manager, and an influencer at a broad level. And we'll find out which one are you? A leader, a manager, an influencer, a hybrid thereof? Hello and welcome back to Entity HR, online courses and coaching, where we offer free coaching sessions for all of our course enrollees. I'm Nakia Townsend, and I'm your coach. If you join us here and if you enroll in one of our courses at entityhr.org. And if you're not familiar with coaching as a tool for personal or professional development, there are some links below that introduce and explain the concept. And we have a short video on our channel that explains coaching as a tool towards self-improvement. Personally, professionally, you can find several different varieties of coaches out there. However, in this session, we're discussing the difference between a leader, a manager, and an influencer. And which one are you? You can comment now or comment later on whether you see yourself as a leader, a manager, an influencer, or maybe a hybrid of all three. I started the video by asking how many of you like the person that you're working for or used to work for. My next question is going to be, do you see that person as being a leader or as being a boss or manager? We've all grown to understand that there's sort of a difference, that the role of a manager, supervisor, or boss is to keep us on task. Specifically, managers, supervisors, bosses, they're focused on the numbers and ultimately with pleasing their own bosses. However, by comparison, a leader wants us to get on board. They want to do more than just crunch the numbers. A leader wants us to be aligned with what they're aligned with, whether we're happy about it or not. And leaders, they tend to focus on having a shared vision for the future that everybody around them takes responsibility for, can refer to. And leaders, in the true sense, are focused more on the people than the numbers or tasks in general, and do a good job at balancing both. And an influencer differs from both leaders and managers, as an influencer may or may not even have a title to their name. But an influencer still gets things done with or without the authority of a title or position. Influencers, they help keep people moving in the right direction. They influence the outcome. Keep in mind, I'm sharing a very broad interpretation of these concepts for the sake of time and for the sake of keeping your attention. But feel free to comment where you agree or disagree, need an example, or have an example of your own to offer. Feel free to use our comments that way. There are tons of studies out there that note the differences between what a leader is versus what a manager is. So I won't repeat that genius here. It is this new school term, the influencer. Yes, that deserves more study and attention, in my opinion. This term influencer was recently coined in the last 7 years or so, and is most often used to describe social media marketers who have the power to impact the purchasing, viewing, and other decisions of people around them by leveraging their authority, their knowledge, their brand, or their relationships, like a celebrity influencer or a trend influencer, for example. But an influencer can be anyone in your personal circle who influence you, who influences your life, your love, your thinking. You may be an influencer in your own circles and not even realize it. As the new generation around us charts his own path to success in politics, leadership, art, entertainment, and more. These influencers have started businesses, groups, movements that impact individual lives and impact the world. Think about it. Being a YouTuber is an actual job. It's its own lane now. Many operating as managers and leaders in their own right, even if it is exclusively digital or online. This new lane of leadership should not and will not tolerate being overlooked or discounted in scholastic or practical conversations when we're having discussions about leadership and entrepreneurship. Influencers are a part of that, and they continue to rake in the big bucks, large crowds, change trends, and influence politics rapidly and effectively. I have a few points that I want to make in summary. My first point, no matter where you are or what you are doing in your life right now, be an influencer. Whether you're a boss or a manager, whether you lead a team or lead your family, be an influencer. Be the someone who gets things done with or without authority or a title and keep people moving in the right direction. And you can start by influencing yourself to do, be, have the right things in your own life consistently. Then guide that influence in the direction of those around you. My next takeaway, take it easy on your leaders, your managers, your influencers out there. They don't always have it easy themselves. These roles and titles come with pressures and conflicting priorities, and the people in them are flawed, just like you, just like me. But if you can observe and assess if they are acting more like a leader or more like a manager or more like an influencer, you may be able to adjust what you expect from them if you can see their limitations. And of course, acknowledging our own limitations as the observer or the employee in that kind of a situation. Determine who are the leaders, managers, and influencers that you have around you now and adjust to them. And last but certainly not least, which one are you? Are you a leader? Are you a manager? Are you an influencer? Which one are you right now? And which one do you aspire to be in the future? You can drop your comments here or engage us on social media at EntityHR. And if our sample coaching sessions are valuable to you, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell. We have at least one video a month. And your comments, please, they're welcomed and they're encouraged. Feel free to give me a topic idea for what our next session will be about. Your comments also give me an opportunity to communicate with you directly, which brings me closer to an actual coaching dynamic, especially if you are using the free tools that are available at entityhr.org. We have a guide specifically for this video and for the other videos. Free stuff you might enjoy or use and want to share with the people around you that you lead, manage, or influence on a regular basis. At work, at home, at church, or wherever you invest your gifts and invest your time. And in closing, thank you for watching. I hope that our time together has been both a benefit and a blessing to you all. Thanks again.